What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collective clips where you already know I das. Damn, last night she got dased up. If you don't believe me, ask about me, ask about me, ask about the intro. Let's get it. Welcome back. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. Yes. And I highly appreciate the support, man. I'm very humbled by it. Gracias. So let's get to a new super. I promised you guys a new super, and here is a new super, Super Sinaloa. Every time I hear the word Sinaloa, I have to look. You know what I'm saying? Because them vatos are no joke. Nothing to be played with. Nothing to be fooled with. And this guy was the real Mexican monster de Sinaloa. Show! Vivo de tres animales. Right? This vato was fucking paised out the game. And just, hey, we used to call him the muscle man. Orale, look, watch out. The muscle man's coming, right? He had a whole house shook up. So you guys already know who Super Paisa is. That's my Theo Angel. That's my Thea's fucking hop along Cassidy rag, right? He was always there when like he needed to be. Like when she wanted him there, no, porque I have to go do the federal prison time, right? I had to do federal prison time. But when she didn't want him there, when she had shit going on, like naki, guess who's here with the glacky, right? My deal was always there, manguera in hand, ready to put in some work. Well, he had homeboys. He had like a second life, and I've told you guys about that. He had a second chick. He had a third, fourth chick, right? But my tia was his main, or at least she thought she was. We thought she was. Fuck, we grew up that way. But he had a lot of homeboys that used to come in and out. Now, I've told a story back in the days about my other tia. She was very well connected, right? She was in the game all the way up into her passing. Rest in peace to my tia. She was probably one of my favorite tias. She took care of me, man. You know what I'm saying? My dad's sister was a different fucking level, homie. Right? She did not play. She was old school gangster. She had a lot of respect in them streets. And she'll put major mitts on anyone who wanted that, man or woman. She was not one to be fucked with. And she was heavily connected in the game and very well respected in the game. Her game was different. Okay. Her game was that shit that Pepe likes, right? And she died in good standings. That's hard to do nowadays. Okay. A lot of people, you have fall offs, you have you burn your bridges, whatever. Not her, right? So she got very closely associated with ese Sinaloa because ese Sinaloa was associated with that shit, right? And that's just, hey, anytime you hear the word Sinaloa, you already know there's probably some fent involved here, or there's something's going to go down. So anyways, my Theo Angel, I remember he was like on a long run. What I call a long run is he was like at the pad for like 2 or 3 months. He hadn't been deported. The vato was like, usually he would wake up like at 4 in the morning, water the grass, feed the chickens, kick the hell out of the dog, the pit bull, right? Sweep the roaches out. They'd come right back in. They'd be like, show. They'd be right back, right? But he'd be sweeping los pinches cucarachas a la verga, right? And hey, sweep them all over me. I'd be on the ground sleeping right by the hole with my hand in the hole, getting bit by snakes and shit. What is that shit? Gardener snakes. I remember one time a snake fucking was in my tia's house. Leave it alone. That's my pet. I like long things that wiggle, right? Like, what the hell? So anyways, he had been there for a few days. He was not working because every time he went to work, he got deported. So he's like, fuck ICE, right? I'm kicking it. So he'd been kicking back lately, and he'd be bringing these homeboys around. So trip out. He brings Sinaloa. Now, I'd only seen Sinaloa one time, and that's what he called himself. That was his placazo Sinaloa, right? He was a big old Mexican dude, a monster. He always had a fucking taste, a bad look in his face, like he just tasted caca. He was always mean. Big old whip, all blasted back, right? Did hella federal time, did hella Mexican prison time. You know what I'm saying? He's just ready to fucking just hurt someone. One of them type dudes, real quiet. Like, hey, what's up, Sinaloa? Yo quiero más tortillas. The what? Yo quiero más pinche tortillas, cabrón. All right, here, shit. You know, you want corn or flour? Pues fucking corn, puta. Hey, pinche gabacho, dame mi flour, dame mi flour. Vale verga flour, sí. Yo quiero pinche corn, right? So bam, he'd be over there eating all the menudo up, all the pozole up, fuck, all the Fritos up, like whatever was there. That vato came in, hey, show me that bag of the Dorita. Fucking, I seen him and fucking Sheila actually going at it over a bag of the Monterey Jack fucking Doritos. Yeah, he was like, hey, pinche puta. I was like, oh shit, just give him the fucking Doritos before he sends the hit squad on us. So he started to come around because my tío had homeboys. So what had happened was one time my tia, the gangster, right? She had come over and they got closely associated, right? They got affiliated. Well, let me tell you what happens. So one day I have my own pad. One day, right? I have my own pad, and my tia was the type that when she called, I came over there. No hesitate. I didn't ask her why. My other tia, she'd be like, "Get over here, fuckface. Why? You're gonna ask me why? Why ask why? Try but dry. Get over here, right?" My other tia, she, hey, mijo, I need you over here. Boom. I'm already there before she hangs up. She's like, damn, that was fast. Well, I only live 3 houses down. What's up, tia? Right? You know what I'm saying? What do you got for me? It was always, what do you got for me? But what had happened was she had this dude that used to pull up. He'd pull up in a black fucking sick ass Camaro, right? Little short Mexicano, all jeweled down, fucking gold in his mouth. Like this Spice, I had money. He had money giving money piggyback rides. This Vato had real money, right? So one day, me and my primos in the backyard were working on this fucked up ass car, right? That never seemed to work. And dude pulls up, and we'd have to open these big ass gates. And he'd slide in, right? He always had a brown bag. You know what time it was. He said, "Donde está tu tía?" Like, she's in the back. Don't get crazy, you little fucker, if I kick you, right? He was only about this tall, but this motherfucker's money made him big, right? So he'd walk in the house. They'd always do their willing and dealing. So I ain't even gonna lie. One day I got to thinking, and I said, "Hey, you see that little fucker right there?" My primo was trying to put spark plugs in his shit. I'm saying they didn't fit and shit. He's trying to stuff them in. He's like, "Yeah, what's up?" I said, "Hey, does your mom even like that dude or what?" You know what I mean? I'm already on it. I was like, I thought a chunky ass fucking big old fucking Sinaloa fucking pendant right here, right? Damn. And he was like, "Oh no, I don't fuck with them dudes, right?" And he's like, "Or should we?" I was like, I don't know, bro. Like, I ain't gonna do nothing here, but when that motherfucker hits the cuts, I might have to hit the cuts with him one time, right? Shit, my pockets are extraordinarily, how do you say extraordinarily? They're doing extraordinary bad, right? So, when you're plotting and planning. And so my tia just happened to be outside smoking a cigarette and she sees us. She already knows. Dude just left, right? And when he left, I gave him that look, that dun, 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 dun. I gave him the eye of the tiger, right? So, okay, I'm gonna be more man than him, right? I gave him that fucking Apollo Creed. That motherfucker left. He was looking at me like, try it, say, good luck. He leaves. My tia goes, "Get in here, you son of a bitch." I'm like, "Oh shit." You know how many times my mom's been a bitch because I've been the son of one? Man, my tias, that was like their favorite thing to say. "Hey, where's all the son of the bitches at?" Right? Like, damn, why we got my primo used to be like, "I'm your son." Exactly, and I'm a bitch, and I ain't playing. I'm in a bitchy ass mood. So we went in there, me and my primo, and she was like, "What are you guys thinking about?" I was like, "Nothing." Yeah, this is the gangster one, right? Nothing. She was like, "I know you, you stupid motherfucker. You better not." He's clicked up. That's somebody. That's somebody. You don't even think about that. He fucking knows if you're thinking about that. He'll take your whole bloodline out. And guess what? Unfortunately, son of a bitch, I'm part of your bloodline. Don't do it. Don't fuck with my house, right? So I'm like, all right. So that was a fleeting thought that fleeted. I'm cool. All right. At least I thought it was. So next thing you know, I start seeing fucking the monster there. And I tell my tia, "Hey, what's up with this dude, right? Over there, when there was a paisa in the house, you had to speak Spanish and shit because they wanted to know what was going on. ¿Qué pasó con este vato?" She's like, "Don't act all fucking like you're from fucking Michoacan or something just because your old lady is." I said, "No, what are you doing here, tia? That vato, he eats all the snacks, right?" She was like, "Nah, he's cool. That's the homie." They were always homies. You know how it is. "Oh, he's just my friend." They say he's just a friend. Oh, tia, you know what I mean. That vato's a machine. Máquina's what I mean, right? So I could hear some extraordinary noises going on at night. Like they were doing their thing, right? He was a cool dude though. He used to be like, "Hey, cabrones, ¿qué pasó?" I'm like, "¿Quieres un Bud Light?" The what? "¿Quieres un pinche Bud Light?" "Yeah, I want a fucking Bud Light. Chew one." And I used to tell my primo, "Here, you got a suspect pass. You drink the Bud Light." Anyways, he's kicking it there. Well, what I didn't know was he was also associated. this was his little homie who were planning on him and my Thea got to pillow talk. They got to pillow talking. And she told him, hey, my fucking stupid nephews and my fucking dumb son, the dumb one, they were thinking about fucking doing, I could tell, right? They admitted it. And he was like, no, it's good. No, it's good. The pinche fucking de madre. Right? I'm like, oh, when that fool, he used to get crazy, he'd have like a scraggly ass voice. No, you quiero menudo. Right? Oh, shit. So he came out and he snatched me up. He pulled me to the side. He said, hey, ¿qué pasó? I said, but my Tia didn't know, what everyone didn't know, what I knew was this fool was coked out the game. Like he always had it on him. And if he didn't have it on him, I had it on me. So he had it on him because he'd be like, give me a gramo. I'm like, hey, fool, I only got one guy. Give it to me. Órale. I was all scared and shit. Hell yeah. Big old dude. So he's like, hey, yo quiero una pinche línea. I was like, here, put it out there. Right? That's how it sounded when he did the line. He did the whole linea and he was like, hey, what's up with my little homie? I'm like, which one? I seen you with a couple of little paisas. They're all little to you, motherfucker. He was like 6'4". He was a big old paisa, right? Like I said, speaking of the word extraordinary, that's what he was. So I was like, I don't know why. What's up with you? And he was like, you robbing my little homie? And then it clicked. I said, damn, Thea. I looked at her like, damn, cuz, the shit's getting hot. On power, it's getting hot, right? I said, nah, hell no, I would never do that. Because they said my peoples. I said, yeah, well, I thought I was your people too. No, tú eres Chicano. No, it's my peoples. Mi peoples. I said, what do you got peoples or what? Why do you say peoples? You know, I'm everyday peoples. He's like, no, do it. So whatever, right? That was his first time jamming me up. I tell my Theo Angel, because Theo Angel, even though Theo Angel's not as big as dude, Theo Angel like runs them. That's just how Theo Angel was. I don't know to what affiliation Theo Angel, but Jalisco way. But he was different. Theo Angel didn't play shit with nobody, right? So fuck you, man. Son of a bitch. I'm calling my Theo, right? So I call my Theo. Theo, ¿qué pasó, mijito? He loved me, right? I was like, yeah, hey, what's up with Sinaloa? No, pues I haven't seen him. I'm like, hey, I'm going to come over there right now because the fool tried to fucking beat me up. No, it's good. No, he's gay. He beat the shit out of you? I said, no, he didn't beat the shit out of me, but he's going to fuck around, make me beat the shit out of my tia. And fucking, because he was like, no, get over here. No, get over here. So I go and he's like, what happened? So I tell him, run him down. He's like, no, be a robbery. No, be a robbery. I said, no, we're not doing a robbery, man. You know what I'm saying? No, pinches culeros, gangsteros, pinche gang members, robbery, and los paisas. No, because we kick you ass. We kick you ass from here to Jalisco to puro Sinaloa way. I'm like, all right, cool. So he's not even siding with me. So I guess he calls his homeboy and checks him. Dude apologizes like, pues no, pero you can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Okay, enough is enough. I tell my dad, why are you telling me? She said, no, because I was giving him all. Nah, I don't want to know about what you were doing, man. You're too much of a gangster for that shit. I've never seen that before. I don't even want to think about it. So we're barbecuing in my fucking Thea's backyard, amongst the dog shit. And my Thea's all happy because she liked Sinaloa too. I fucking like his muscle. Look at what is that tattoo right there? Emiliano Zapata. Let me touch it. You like the way I touch it? Because you like the way I love you, hug you. I'm like, hey, Thea, stop. My Theo Angel's fucking with the manguera. Like, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué quieres, pinche gorda? ¿Qué quieres? Quieres manguera. But not from you, from him. But I'll just settle out of court with you because you have all the connects, right? So what had happened was I seen these fucking paisas. There was like 4 or 5 paisas that pulled up in a truck. And they're back having a junta. So I tell my primo Ricky, he's like, whooping. Are there Southsiders over there? Because if there's Southside, I don't allow those at my house. I said, listen, they're talking about some heavy, heavy shit, bro. Maybe we should get involved because I can't get. Hey, you want to go get a Slurpee? He was like, whooping, yeah, hell yeah, I want to get a Slurpee. I said, you got money? Hell no. Well, so I want a Slurpee too, and I ain't got no money either. So see, we're in need, and we don't got nothing. We got to pay attention over here. So Theo Angel's back there, and Theo Angel keeps looking, and then he's like deciding the fucking Sinaloa's pointing to us. And finally, I'm like, mijo, dale para acá. Like, oh, shit, right? So I go over there. What's up, Theo? He's like, you want to make money? I said, what? You want to make money? I said, hell yeah, I want to make money, right? He said, okay, because we're going to do a robbery. I said, no, hold up. You told me don't do robbery. Pinche cabrón. I said, no robbery and me peoples. It's okay to robbery on white peoples. I said, okay, it's okay to robbery on white people. So what had happened was there was some fucking tweaker dudes that were cultivating some shit, right? They were out there in Madera. This is where Sinaloa was from. And they wanted to go do some rough and tough shit. Now, I've never heard of Paisas going over there fucking regulating, right? Usually it's north, it's south, it's black, it's white, brother, right? Usually they're the ones going over there doing the robbery. But this time, I was going to see, finally in my lifetime, get to see how the Paisas get down, right? Shh, let me tell you something right now. I should have been born in Sinaloa myself, right? Because those are my peoples. Right? Anyways, he's like, we needed you and Rick, we need you to get out the car, knock it on the door, and we do the rest. You making the money. I said, so how much money do I get? Oh, no sé, maybe in Sinaloa, maybe $100. No, I need more than a fucking $100. Wait up, $100 sounds good right about now. But he goes, no, because it's not a lot of money, mijo. It's only like 15, 16, 17, maybe $18,000. What the fuck, right? Man, can I get 1,800? 1,800. Shout out 18th Street. Can I win? Right, my tío, no, porque we have to get equal. I said, tío, can you, like, you get Ricky, he wants a new skateboard, and you know what I'm saying? I'll take a couple $100, and how about you give us 500, give me 4 of it, and give him 100. No, pues, no, 500 is too much. 400. Perfect, right? I'll keep 3 and give Ricky 1. 1, 3. Whooping! Right? Sold gang. Ricky be like, I don't even like, no, you got to give me more than that because I don't like the 1 and the 3 part. All right, Ricky, how about I give you fucking none and I get the 4? Well, I like the 4 better. Thank you. There we go. And the winner is, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the homie, hey, my primo's the most easiest to talk out of money. They're like, hey, primo, how much do you have left? I think I got like $1,200. Nah, I think you got 13. I don't got 13. I don't even want it. Cool, I'll take it. Gotta get him gutters. Anyways, I'm like, okay, we'll go, we'll knock. Pull up to Madera. I can't speak too much on this fucking thing because I can't speak too much on this thing, but I'll say there was a knock at the door. Who did the knock? One never knows, does they? But there was a knock on the door, and I seen Sinaloa. He didn't even need the other little Paisas. They were there just for content purposes. Like, he didn't even need them vatos. 2 of them didn't even get off the truck. They were smoking a joint, right? I was like, damn, you guys are fucking American now. You guys been in Madera too long. I'm smoking a joint, right? He's over there rolling fucking weed. The other one's, que yo quiero una pinche botella de cazadores. Hurry up. My tío Angel's sitting there fucking, he's smoking a joint too, right? Just kicking back. Sinaloa gets off the car. We knock. These fucking white dudes answer. Sinaloa comes up to the thing. They're spooked, right? And that was it. Next thing you know, this motherfucker coming out counting a stack of cash. I'm like, damn, I seen some extracurricular activities in that motherfucker. I heard some screams. I heard some yells. Man, he had those motherfuckers over there looking like garbage pail kids when he left. The atom bomb. Boom. So anyways, got real cool with Sinaloa, right? He cashed us out. Everyone got their money. I was happy. Me and Ricky went straight to Foster Freeze in fucking Atwater. Oh, man, it was on and cracking. I got that double dip cone one time for my wife. Ricky's like, I gotta be on point because there's a gang of Southsiders here. I was like, hey, bro, we're eating ice cream. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They'll melt your shit. They'll melt your shit. No, they'll melt your shit. See, at this point in time, I don't gangbang. So they're going to melt your shit, right? Don't get it twisted. They'll still shoot at you, even if you don't gangbang. So anyways, that's what we had going on. So my tia, she ends up being with this dude for a while, right? Super Sinaloa, my other tia, the mean one. And every time I used to come over, he used to always talk about that. Remember, I yoki that guy. I said, yeah, you yoki that guy. You know what I'm saying? Yoki, right? What does yoki mean? Yoki the yoki. Oh, you yoki the yoki. Right? He was just different. That vato was a monster, though. So I asked my tío one time, I was like, Tío Angel, how you meet this guy? Oh, mijo, en Federal Prison. I said, Federal Prison? What were you doing in Federal Prison? He said, I do time, stupid. What did you do in prison? I said, yeah, I gangbang. He said, well, no gangbang. Yo soy paisa, puro 16. I do time. I do it correctly. I said, damn, you learn too much English. You're like Canelo. I do it correctly. And my friend, he do it correctly. And one time the yard Southsiders tried to rush us. And he back in my play. My best friend forever and ever. Puro Jalisco, puro Sinaloa. Together now you know you're in trouble. I said, oh, shit. So tomorrow we're going to get into part 2. If you guys want it, man, I'm going to tell you all about what happened, how the Southsiders ran up on my fucking tío. My tío, no, me no gangbang, but me use knife though, right? And how Super Sinaloa back to play. That dude was a monster though. He was the type of paisa, like, you never seen anyone like him. All blasted back, gangstered out the game, right? And Hey, a couple of my homeboys, they seen him. They were like, damn, bro, who's the big homie right there? Is he the homie? I said, go ask him, right? They're like, hey, what's up? Where you from, homie? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué quieres, pinche pocho? Yo soy de pinche Sinaloa, cabrón. They're like, oh, fuck that. That's cartel shit. I said, exactamundo, right? Telemundo and all that good shit. Tomorrow, part 2, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. If you guys like Super Sinaloa, hit a 1, and we'll continue the story. If not, hit a 2, and I already know what to do. The gun. Bang, bang.